Rwanda, our beautiful and dear country, adorned of hills, lakes and volcanoes. Motherland will always be filled of happiness. Well, straight to Nigeria, we hail thee. Our flags shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign, in peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. The lyrics of that written by leading John Williams, the music composed by Francis Bender. Well, big day for Nigeria. Well, both nations have met 5 times. Nigeria won, well, twice, drawing 3 across these meetings. Rwanda have only managed to score a goal. And this time they'll be hoping to, well, not just score, but get all 3 points at the expense of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Well, straight to both sides, just look for this one for the Amavubis, led by German tactician Thorsten Spittler. He'll be hoping to become the second manager to take them all the way to the AFCON after, well, Pam Green of Sweden back in 2004. A tournament where they were knocked out in the group stage. He becomes the 5th German manager to handle the Amavubis. He makes just one change to the team that got a point in Libya last time out. Al Majun, defensive midfielder. While Steve Rubenguka is out of this one. And in come Mugisha Bonhir. It's a 4-2-3-1 setup by the German. Fiacre Ntwari, the Kaiser chief goalkeeper, retains his place in goals. A back 4 of Nia Mugabo, Thierry Manzi, Musunzi, and Fitina Omborenga, who makes his 64th appearance. He goes, well, top 4 all-time appearances made for the Rwandans here, equaling Jean-Louis, who retired a couple of years back. In midfield, it's Mugisha Bonhir, who takes the role of Steve Rubenguka, and right before him is the captain, Bismi Mana, who has the handband, his 55 cap here this exciting afternoon. The man who plays in Ukraine. And going forward, it's Mugisha Gilbert. He scored on this ground early in February when this turf was inaugurated newly. A 1-0 victory over Police FC. He plays for APR, one of the 5 members of the squad who plays for the current champions of the Rwandan Premier League. Muhire plays for Ryan Sports, is behind Innocent Nshuti. And Josier Quizara, the man who plays in the USA for Rhode Island, coming of the right-hand channel. Nshuti is the man of the moment. He scored last time in Libya, leading the line 4 goals in 18 games for the Amavubis. He'll be hoping to get another here. On the bench is Maxime Aldolf Yunusu, Ishimwe, Samuel Niyibizi, and Sabimana, Mugisha, Bingira, Gitego, Rubeneka, completing the players on the bench. Well, the Eagles will be hoping to reach the 20th AFCON in Morocco much later next year. And, well, we'll see how well they fare, led by Austin Eguavo, who led them to the AFCON in 2006, finishing with the bronze medal. He'll be hoping to become the first Super Eagles manager to get a win in Kigali, a ground they have never won after 2 failed attempts. Just one change to the 3-star team in Uyo. Iwobi will have to wait for his 82nd cap, while Fisayo Dele Bashiru makes only his 2nd start after scoring on his first against South Africa during the last window in Uyo. And so it's Stanley Nwabali in goal, his 16th cap for the day. It's a back 3 of Akan Basin, Semi Ajayi, Ola Aina, and Bruno Oyemaichi as wing backs. While in midfield, Wilfred Onye Ndidi makes his 60th appearance for the Eagles. It's a milestone for the Leicester City midfielder. And right before him, Fisaya Bashiru. Going forward, the trio of Lookman, Victor Boniface and Chukwueze is unchanged from the 3-0 win over Benin. On the bench, Okoye, Obasote, Iheanacho, Osimhen will be hoping to continue from where he stopped last time out. Onyeka, Onyedika, Tanimu, there's Olisa Nda, Alazan, Iwobi, Moses Simon and Awoni. Well, there you go, how both sides just look for this one. David, a hearty welcome to this. It's a grand day on the horizon, we do hope. Rwanda at the brand new Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. Well, the first international game of repute to be played by the home side on this turf. It's a dream for the Rwandans. Can they fly this time over the Eagles?
Yeah, definitely. It is a momentous occasion for the Rwandans. A stadium born anew, built in 1984, under the tenure of the deceased Rwandan head of state, Juvenal Habyarimana. Of course, Amahoro does mean peace in Kenya, Rwanda. And we'll be hoping for a peaceful result.
You reckon?
Both sides, regardless of what side of the divide that you find yourself falling on.
And well, Nigeria attacking this first half from left to right on our screen in there. Green top, green short, green socks. And well, the Amavubis from right to left. And what is yellow top, deep blue shorts, deep blue socks. Can they make it count this afternoon? It's, well, barely 60 seconds of football played already. So much to look forward to. But I mean, the question really, which I seldom do ask, David, is who could be the X factor for both sides this afternoon?
I'll tell you what, Demola Lookman.
The Eagles this time come forward. Lookman with a cross off the right-hand channel into the path of Bruno Onyemaechi. Got his laces around that one, just couldn't get that on target.
Yeah, I was talking about how Ademola Lookman could be the X factor. But on the Rwandan side, keep an eye out for Mugisha. It's a lot of Mugishas. Robert Mugisha is the one I'm talking about, and he would definitely be one to look forward to. A majority of the side in this Rwandan setup play inside of Rwanda. Tells you that, you know, football is not bad business over there.
Isn't it? Yeah, well, 5 of the members of this current squad plays for the current champions APR as the Eagles come forward of the left-hand channel into the path of Victor Boniface. Indeed, he takes the strike, and this time it's well collected by goalkeeper Fiacre Ntwari. And that's officially the very first shot on target by the Super Eagles. Wilfred Onyinye Ndidi, 60 caps this afternoon.
Which is a lot. Even in this part of the world, 60 caps is a lot. It means that you've established a level of consistency in the national team that you become an immovable structure.
Now we'll see what the Eagles can make of it as Rwanda comes forward. Well, this time on the left-hand channel, Semi Ajayi on defensive duties. And that should be a corner for the Amavubis. And that time, Mugisha. This time Gilbert off the left-hand channel with the ball into the box. And that was well blocked that time. Out for a corner. Rwanda attacking from right to left. Oh, the corner is taken. Shot into the box this time. And the header comes in there from the man in jersey number 15. Mugisha Bonhir this time with the header. And just over the bar. I think he was clamoring to the central referee who was being told or something.
They do not want to be allowing this much gap in their lines, the Nigerians. Mugisha found himself in good amount of space because the rest of the defense had tailed off. They had dropped back, you know, and there was space for him to steal in and get that header. The only problem with it was that he couldn't keep it on target.
We'll see what well, they make of that. But yeah, that's a really decent header at that time from Mugisha Bonhir, who also plays backhand for APR. 99.3 Nigeria in for Femi and the gang. Anthony, the voice in the company of David. And it's all about Rwanda, Nigeria in Kigali. As Nigeria look to come forward, it's a poor pass giving away by Trustekong, and this time it's picked up dipping midfield by Muhire, who was looking to catch goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, just napping that time. Actually, Georgia Kwizera, the man who plays for Rhode Island, with the long effort from dipping midfield and out for a goal kick to Nigeria. I think it's been really iffy for the Eagles inside the opening 6 minutes right here at the Amahoro, which is predominantly filled to capacity. Does look to be 48,000.
Fair enough. We did mention that the stadium is reborn. This stadium does carry a lot of significance for the Rwandan people, a place of refuge during the dark days of the genocide. Tells you why it's named for.
Well, we'll see how much of that they get. 8 minutes played. Well, the Amavubis, Wasp as often called as well. Everyone searching for their second AFCON appearance. And a big point in Libya just a couple of days back. Innocent Nshuti scoring in that game. She will rescue a point. Now they come forward, dipping their own half. It's a ball over the top towards the far left-hand channel. It's watched, well, that time by Mugisha Gilbert. Infield towards the centre. Now the strike comes in once again. And the Amavubis not shy to hit Muhire, the Rhine Sports midfielder, from about 25 yards, just a few meters away from the edge of the 18-yard box in a central position. Puts his laces through that one, and that was always rising. Really good intent from them. You sort of have a feeling that they are not shy to take those strikes. They can see the possibilities, surely. Muhire that time, who will be next. 8 minutes played. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. This is a game where there's a lot at stake. When you go away from home to pick points, it's very integral as far as the qualifying series is concerned.
And of course, 8 minutes in, and you get a sense that both sides are still feeling each other out. There's not a general discernible pattern as to where the game is going. We do know what the strengths of both sides are, but no particular side particularly baring their teeth as we speak right now. Of course, that will change as the minutes wear on.
Well, this time Nigeria have got possession all the way to Stanley Nwabali in goal, the man who's gradually just etched his name into that starting shit. Undisputed now these days. Well, it's a really special summer for him as well. Extending with Chipa and being named the captain of the side as well. Samuel Chukwueze will foul that time by BC Mana, the captain. Free kick for the Eagles is taken pretty quickly. All the way to Calvin Bassey now for the Super Eagles of Nigeria as we approach the 10th minute in Kigali. Wilfred Onyendiri all the way to Trustekong. Well, the man who's at the centre of that back trier. Calvin Bassey looking to switch play towards the far right-hand channel, just overcooked that time. And that will just go out for a goal kick to the Amavubis.
Not a good look there. You want to be getting your efforts on target, and that was a world away from target if you ask me, and looking to do better.
Well, this will be the first of 4 encounters between these two teams in the next 1 year. Well, Rwanda seeking the very first victory over Nigeria. Yet to have that clash in the World Cup qualifying series where they currently top that group with 7 points. There's a lot to be hopeful for, led by the German Torsten Spittler. Now Rwanda in their own half. They've got it with Thierry Manzi. Goes out wide to Fitina Omborenga as they look to come forward in midfield, receiving it now with real assertion in the center circle. Muhire out wide to Niamugabo off the left-hand channel. Rwanda attacking from right to left on my screen. Nigeria from left to right. Possession this time spread out wide towards the path of Georgia Kwizera. We'll go all the way back to find some sort of control in Fitina Omborenga, and they go all the way to centre-back Mutsinji as they look to come forward, knocking the ball with real assertion.
It's a lot of confidence in how they are using the ball. I'll be honest with you. Not very reflective of what the shape is. The Rwandans are set up, in 2 blocks of 4, allowing Muhire and of course Nshuti to hold on to the attacking responsibilities going forward for them. But they pour forward in such compact fashion, and it has helped them provide some threat. And there has been some threat, from them towards the Nigerians. The difference, however, is you can tell in the final balls, and of course the quality with which they are applying the finish to the move.
Now they've got it in the half of the Eagles off the left-hand channel. Muhire with some blistering pace, fine supporting Neo Mugabe, backing to midfield about 25 yards away from goal centrally. Received brilliantly by Mugisha Bonhir out wide to Kwizera. Kwizera chops inside, finds the strike. It's blocked away. Well, that time by Bruno Oyemaichi. And truly the Amavubis are smelling blood. With some real desire to getting to that final third. In the opening 12 minutes here, they've obviously been the more comfortable side. I'd be too early to say they've been the better side.
More or less, you can actually say that again. Think about it. The Nigerians will probably be looking to rope the Rwandans into pressing traps all over the pitch, especially in the mid-block and high up the pitch. I suspect that is where, the difference will be. And so far, they've not had the opportunity to swarm forward. Maybe the pressing trigger hasn't been triggered yet, but I see that being a solution to the problem that the Eagles may have in front of them. The Rwandans look really, really good in possession.
Well, now Nigeria looking to create something down this right-hand channel. It's well played into the path of Ola Aina. And, his first touch just pushes the ball beyond his reach. And it's recovered by Fiacre Ntwari, the Kaiser Chief goalkeeper. A special day for him as well. He's making his 27th cap. This afternoon it's a long ball into the half of the Eagles. That's well marshaled into safety. Picked up by Stanley Nwabali. But really, it's a very exciting attacking lineup. Gilbert Mugisha, Innocent Nshuti, and Georgia Kwizera. That trio can be a handful.
They definitely can be, especially Kwizera on the right-hand side, looking to create for... Ooh!
Well, this time Nigeria, can they find the first goal? No, they can't. Well, was quickly transited into the 18-yard box. Lookman on the end of that. How didn't he find the target? Well played towards his path. A touch to glide away from that defense line, and somehow, David, that should have been 1-0 Nigeria. Big save by the goalkeeper, Ntwari.
Textbook attacking display from the Nigerians here. It was Demola Lookman who found the ball some 30 yards away from goal. He decided against shooting. He decided to carry for another few yards. Now, the brilliance of this move came from the fact that Samuel Chukweze's run across the face of the defense took 2 defenders with him and created the space that Demola Lookman found himself in. The only problem was that he was not able to beat the goalkeeper. But Emaka has just been laid down, and the Rwandans will be wise to take good note.
First big save for goalkeeper Ntwari. Rwanda this time wins a free kick in midfield towards the right-hand channel, attacking from right to left. 15 minutes of football played, quarter of an hour. Still Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Well, this time this free kick will be whipped in by Kwizera. The man who will deliver an assist against Libya as well. One of the few players who play away from home. Well, and there will be the central referee just having a word with that defence line as Nigeria look to organise their back line. Muhire and Kwizera standing over that. Muhire will whip it in, it's right-footed into the 18-yard box. It's headed away, will go all the way back to Mutsinji. And well, this time into the path of Thierry Manzi out wide to Omborenga Fitina. On that right-hand channel, Rwanda, the Amavubis in real confidence, ball into the area, was looking to find Nshuti inside the 18-yard box, eluded him towards the far side, and well, recouped by Gilbert Mugisha. In the last few minutes, they seem to do the playing, and Nigeria just pretty much sitting back to observe.
Yeah, very, very workmanlike, humble, sort of, from the Nigerians, looking to concede possession. It's not what you would have written down in your textbook if you were asked to write what you thought this game would be like. But that is what it is.
But I'm not sure anyone thought it was going to be a stroll in the park.
No. But at least you would probably have told yourself maybe the Nigerians will try to control possession a bit more. You know, hold on to the ball, still see, you know, if they can break down the Rwandans. So far, it's the Rwandans who are taking this game by the scruff of the neck, and the Nigerians are very happy to let them do just that. Well, hoping to catch them off on the counter-attack, of course.
Well, this time they win a corner down that far left-hand channel, and it's well, the effort of well, that man Fitina on Morenga that ends them that corner. It will be whipped in from the far right-hand channel. Rwanda attacking from right to left, and so it's going to be a corner by Kwizera, who will take that. Actually, it's going to be Muhire, the man who plays for Ryan Sports. Well, 90% of this particular squad grew through the ranks. Ball whipped into the box. Well, this time cleared away by Semiaja. He spills out wide in a central position, still onside. The turn, the strike on Kwizera. It's cleared away. Back to Omborenga into the 6-yard area. Nigeria heads away. Semiaja on defensive duties that time. And boy, are they bombing well, the 18-yard area of the Eagles.
Oh, they are bombing.
Oh, dear.
Oh, they are bombing. And very, very, very cognizant of the fact that the chances will not keep coming. So they want to make the most of it. And you can see the urgency in how they are progressing the ball up the pitch. Boniface just messing up his control there as Nigeria looks to start a counter-attack of sorts.
Well, the absence of Steve Ruben Gukas, such a huge miss for manager Tosta Spittler, but I reckon that they've got some sort of cover in Mugisha Bonhir, who takes that position. It's been a very decent performance from them inside the opening 19 minutes, right in front of their home fans at the 48,000 Amahoro. Free kick this time, dipping their own half, is taken long by Thierry Manzi and goes all the way to Semiaja, who knocks that away towards his near right-hand channel for well, a Rwanda throw. So much to look forward to. Well, since he took over the side, Tosta Spittler, the man just on your screen there, if you're watching this, if you aren't, a pretty gentle man, and joins the list of really exciting Germans who have handled this side over the years. The 36th manager as well of the Amavubis. And you reckon he started really strong, especially in the World Cup qualifiers.
Yes, indeed.
Nigeria this time on defensive duties. On the right-hand channel of their own half, throw to the Amavubis, coming off the left. 21 minutes played, is taken quickly by Niomugabo. Into his path, finding some sort of support. That's trickling out for a throw will be Nigeria, who will get some respite now and look to perhaps hold on to the ball and bring it upfield.
Yeah, perhaps maybe establish a spate of possession. They're not doing a good job so far. Although Olaino would say he knew what he was doing there to win a free kick off Gilbert Mugisha on the left-hand side there.
It was a 1-0 victory over APR, over Police FC earlier in February. And Gilbert Mugisha was quite instrumental to that. It was such an epoch-making inauguration game, which also had the president as well, Kagame, present to witness the event. Yeah,
the president he has been for 30 years.
Well, it's one of the grounds where you reckon they're hoping to establish some sort of control. This game will be very significant for them, through for Nigeria. On the right-hand channel of the attack, well, it's towards the path of Semi Ajayi. It's well defended by Ombarenga. And yet another throw. This time Ola Aina will look to perhaps go long. We'll see. The man who plays for Nottingham Forest, it's long, it's into the 6-yard area. The header! The Super Eagles!
It's a goal.
With the breakthrough, the referee says no.
Says no.
And it's going to be a foul. There seemed to be some pushing in that. Oh dear.
Offside is the call.
It's not. It's a foul.
It's offside. It's offside. He said offside is the call. Offside, yes.
Okay. So the central referee just confirming that. I think it was Semi Ajayi who had drifted into that.
Yes. And headed it on
to Lukman?
Yeah, to Lukman, who found himself in good space in front of the goal.
And now we're back on the way. 22 minutes played. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. The Amahoro. Well, can the Amavubis strike some sort of fear into this Nigerian side? Well, could Bravo and Trichtekking have been talking about understanding the assignment, and he did say whatever they bring to the table would always have an answer for it. Do you think so, David?
Hopefully that plays out in practice, rather than just words.
That's right.
Nigerians will tell you they are tired of hearing words.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, I've not been too impressed with the passing from the Nigerians. Probably has something to do with the quality of the pitch. I do not know.
No, it's not. The most lush green turf.
Yeah, it isn't.
Well, this time ball towards the far left-hand channel. The cross by Bruno Oyemaichi. And that's a threatening cross. Was worked brilliantly by Mutsinzi, who drifted into that right-back position to ensure that was knocked away for a corner. Nigeria attacking from left to right. 24 minutes played. Nigeria still yet to score or concede in Kigali. Lukman on corner kick duties. Well, this time will be whipped into the box. It's headed away by Femi Manzi. All the way in midfield, picked up by Ola Aina, who will look to switch it out towards the far left-hand channel. Almost an incomplete pass that time, but he's recouped very quickly into the path of Bruno Oyemaichi.
Well, it looks like for the first time, Demola Lukman has a very, very competent left back behind him, to help with duties over there. And you can see the partnership is quietly, surely blossoming.
Well, this time Samuel Chukwueze caught back into the box. And Victor Boniface was looking to plant that into the back of the net. It was well blocked by that Rwandan wall, and that'll be out for a corner kick. Really good play by Chukwueze down the right-hand channel.
Actually, it was the powerful run of Fisayo Dele Bashiru who did the business there. He was the one running into the channel. Chukwueze was the one who laid it on for him and made sure he played it into a good space. Dele Bashiru running very powerfully there. Victor Boniface will be asking himself what he has to do. He's been trying. You get a sense it's a crisis of confidence, but he'll definitely get his wits and bearings about him. Chukwueze seems rattled by the Rwandans.
Well, Centre referee from Egypt, Maruf Eid. Well, just having a word with the captain, Trustekung. Well, emotions are gradually beginning to flare, and it's especially involving Ademola Lookman and well, that man in jersey number 20, Neo Mugabo, the left back, and so there will be a yellow card
for Muhire.
Yeah, for Muhire
and
Chukwueze. So that's for a tussle inside the 18-yard box before the corner would be played. So I think the referee have had a word with the captain as regards that. Now, this corner will be delivered from the far right-hand channel. And don't forget, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can go up and be a part of the action. Nigeria Info Fam and YouTube and Facebook. Well, this time, corner whipped into the box, cleared away. The Mvobis pick it up, look to come forward. It's given away by Mugisha Bod here. And some Dele Bashir winning it, but the foul coming in there. And that will be possession in sight for the Eagles in their own half, just a few minutes away from the halfway line. And don't forget, we'll love to read from you and tell us what you make of the action. Oh, can Nigeria get the job done? It's looking a really tricky fixture. I'm not sure it's a surprise. Now Ola Aina off this right-hand channel, up against Niamagubo, into the path of Tom Dele Bashir. Now Chukwueze inside the left-hand channel, ball into the box. It's paused, not finding anyone. It's recouped brilliantly by Femi. Now in midfield, the foul comes in there. It's a free kick to the Super Eagles, about 40 yards away from goal. And Chukwueze was brought down that time by BC Mana, the captain of the side, and that will be yet another yellow card.
Chukwueze is starting to get some threat about him on this right hand side. It seems a little tandem is showing up in very before Olaino. Femi Ajayi is also contributing. He's going really high up the pitch.
Absolutely.
And this is not the first time. I mean, in the last game, I suspect that this may be a tactical innovation from Austin Eguavon.
We'll see what
it worked out in the first game. I'll be honest with you, it worked out just fine. A part of me thinks it's not necessary, but if it works, it works.
Absolutely. Jihad BC Mana now parting, just getting on the referee's book. It's a free kick for Nigeria. Chukwueze is still on the turf, and I'm sure he'll be fine. The man who makes his 40th appearance this afternoon, hoping for his 6th goal, the Rossonero. Well, I don't know, you reckon how's big his start to the season?
Definitely. He has not, I don't know, set the world alight, not yet at least. He had a great preseason, it has to be said. It's the season proper that, can't speak much for.
Well, the camera parting on Kelechi Iheanacho and Moses Simon. There could be players who could come in at some point as we approach the half-hour mark. Rwanda 0, Nigeria 0. Well, the free kick is taken very cleverly just over that Rwandan defense. It was watched a lotly by Muhire, out for a throw on the right-hand channel, the left-hand channel this time. Actually, it will be a corner, not a throw. And Ademola Lookman will be up for this one. It's the Eagles attacking from left to right. On my screen, corner whipped into the box, and goalkeeper does well on Chwari to punch away. Will be yet another throw, this time to the Eagles. And really, you reckon that control seems to be moving now to the Eagles in the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, sort of. Generally seeming to, discover their power and be on their level. That is what the Eagles.
It's a long throw this time towards the back post, and Bruno Oyemaichi cannot find the target. Play will restart very quickly. 30 minutes on the clock. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. What a game in Kigali.
It's quite the game. A lot of sparring from both sides. Nobody's pulling punches here. When the Rwandans had a chance, they at least made the defense, show a little shakiness. And it's the Nigerians now who are on the ascendancy. A 1 goal disallowed, a couple of attempts here, and it seems like the Rwandans seem to be finally aware of their own vulnerabilities.
Absolutely. And we'll see who takes advantage of it. Into 99.3 Nigeria. Femi and the gang. I'm Anthony, the voice in the company of David. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You can go up there and be a part of the action. Nigeria Info FM. You can also share your thoughts with us. 809 597 5805. Position will go all the way to centre back. Mutsinzi for Rwanda. It's lost in midfield, picked up by Ndidi. He'll look to come forward. The challenge comes in there, and the referee will call that back. It's a free kick for the Eagles. And he wants him to bring that back. He'll bring that and adjust the ball to restart it very quickly. Well, this is the third AFCON qualifier. In terms of the meeting they met back in 2005 and of course in 2012 as well. Back in 2005 it was Nigerian Group 4 with the likes of Zimbabwe, Gabon, Algeria, Rwanda. And it was 1-1 in Kigali, 2-0 in Nigeria. Femi Martins scoring the 3 goals. Well, they also met in 2012. It was 0-0 again in Kigali. But that was played at the Stade Regional. And it was 2-0 in Nigeria. Ike Uche and Musa scoring. Now the Eagles off the left-hand channel. It's the offset flag up against the run of that man Victor Boniface, who has been still yet to get into gear for the Eagles, and they bring that conversation really. Just a goal in 7 games, but yeah,
not for the want of trying.
Not for the want of trying, surely. Just hasn't really falling in kindly for him just here. 34 minutes played. Now they come forward on a rarity. The Amavubis down the right-hand channel. It's Georgia Quizera. Well, the pass into the path of Nshuti is giving away. Picked up by Nigeria, dipping their own half as they look to bring it upfield. It's one back by the Rwandans. He'll look to come forward yet again. That's a fine ball over the top. The offside flag is up. And possession back inside for the Eagles.
The linesman doing his job there. But the Rwandans looking to give as much as they are getting. Returning punch for punch. And looking to overload on the right-hand side, because it seems that that's where they sense they are strongest. Not necessarily that Nigeria is weakest, but they are strongest with Quizera on that end of things. His ability to deliver crosses from that end and, just create for the team will be very, very, very important if they are to get anything out of this game.
Well, the manager, Todd Spittler, have made some really big decisions since coming into that role. He's extinguished some of the older names in this particular squad, and predominantly having a pretty young squad to handle a lot of these games. The likes of Kagere, Ernest Segura, Muhajir Hazikamana, all out of the squad. The new age for Rwandan football. Can they make it count? Well, this time Nigeria win themselves yet another corner. Ademola Lookman, 36 minutes played. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Lookman with the best chance of the game for the Eagles. Well saved by Ntwari. Now this corner, it's high, it's dipping, it's headed away by Thierry Mansi. Well, the man who plays back home in AS Kigali. So making his 40th cap this afternoon. Really defensive work as well. They were really solid in the game against Libya. Both centre-backs combining to have about 7.0 in match rating. Wow. And sometimes they can be very astute defensively. Unbeaten in 2. They've only lost twice since the German came on board. Now they come forward.
It's definitely doing something good, especially if you look at the performances for the team in the World Cup qualifiers.
That's right.
You know, it tells you, they are onto something. And the fact that many of the players in this first team come from one side in Rwanda, it helps the chemistry. Obviously the best players in the country.
Chukwueze this time into Lookman. Lookman into Boniface inside the 18-yard box. Off the crossbar. Lookman looking to send it back into the goal. It's headed away by Thierry Mansi. What a glorious chance for the Eagles.
It was Boniface who got that shot away, crashing it against the bar. And Chukwueze was not able to put a good head to it. That's not the type of header you want when you're looking for a goal. That was a poor effort from him. But the whole idea of fashioning the chance, how Nigeria broke that line to expose the Rwandans, is a good sign. It's a good sign for those at home watching this game or listening to us right now.
38 minutes played. You can't say both sides haven't had their chances. So Odell's been,
yes, indeed.
Pretty sparring. Owabali, who made some really good saves against Benin. He hasn't really been called upon as much here. But incursions into that 18-yard box have been quite significant for the Amavilbis. Ntwari, the goalkeeper for Rwanda, currently on the turf as we speak. But he's been really solid inside the opening 39 minutes here, the Kaiser Chiefs goalkeeper. Very strong performances. But once again, just really looking at what happened in that quick transition play. That ball in the central position into the path of Victor Boniface. He was looking for the far corner, came off the crossbar agonizingly.
It was actually Lookman that headed that ball.
Yeah, it was Lookman.
The kind of header you'd associate with him.
We'll see what happens with the goalkeeper this time. Would you reckon that if he's deemed not fully fit, would you want to take him off?
I suspect he's going to be fine.
Wow. Well, we'll see. Well, the medics will have a look at him as we approach the 40th minute mark, and a chance for what will look to be like some sort of water break now, would it?
Sort of. It's in East Africa. Well, it's raining in this part of the world and the tropics, so I do not think it's a water break. I just think it has much more to do with the fact that the goalkeeper needs a little bit of reprieve.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting that at the moment. Well, so far so good. It's been a very enjoyable game to watch, end to end. Nigeria have had their own chances, just haven't been able to find that finish. Well, this time Nigeria come forward in a central position. Victor Boniface out wide to Bruno Oyemaichi. Infield this time to Tom Dele Bashiru. About 25 yards away from goal, received by Ola Aina, who are tucked-in now to midfield. Semi Ajayi has it. Going to the path of Samuel Chukwueze. Off the right-hand channel, cuts the ball back, finds Ola Aina. Sent into the box by Semi Ajayi. It's a long ball, this time the header! Another chance, gone begging for the Super Eagles. How are they not bearing this ball? Bruno Oyemaichi, the culprit that time.
Yeah, you can tell his finishing is not the best in the world. He had a chance like this in the last game where he skied his effort. Not the most confident guy in front of goal, but he looks like a confident and very competent left back.
A man who plays for Boa Vista in Portugal. His 2 caps away from 10 for the Eagles, was unused at the Nations Cup, and some have been questioning why he never really got a chance in that tournament.
Maybe coaches don't like to try out new things inside the tournament, and they would like to stick with what works. I didn't like Pizarro's very conservative approach, but I could understand it.
No, I think that's all that matters. 40 minutes on the clock. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Still in Kigali. It's a really, really tough game, and if Nigeria will look to turn the corner and win on this ground for the very first time, and they will need to do something really special. Now they come forward in midfield, recouped by Victor Boniface, who has been tucking really deep to play almost like an attacking midfielder.
It's his style. It's his style. Here's how he likes to play. He's not the target man. He likes to play off the shoulder. He's a ball-playing striker, if you will. Very, very technically gifted. Can take on his man. And the fact that he's dropping deep just means that the central defenders don't know what to do with themselves most of the time.
20 years after the story of Tunisia, Rwanda wants that conversation again. It wasn't a tournament where they performed pretty nicely. They were knocked out in the group stage. Lost the opening game to the host Tunisia. And then they got their very first ever point in the draw against Guinea. Though they went on to beat DR Congo in the final game, but it wasn't enough. Now Kwizera off the right and trying to ball into the box. Recouped by Mugisha. From here, decides to go for glory from about 40 yards. That is always travelling. And that will be goal kick for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What a game to look forward to. Some says Victor Boniface, so unlucky, but certainly his time will come. Richard from Lagos. Good afternoon, The Voice and David. He says, I think that Nigeria's goal should have stood. If I'm not wrong, there shouldn't be an offside call from a throw.
I thought so too.
Which is why my interpretation of that was a foul by Semi Ajayi on Thierry Mansi.
Oh, we did see when the referee did the sign.
Well, probably the sign could have meant foul, probably, because you can be offside on a throw.
You can't be offside on a throw.
Absolutely. So that's a conversation. That decision will be looked at, I'm sure, as part of the conversation after this game.
And it does appear that the foul is a more plausible explanation, because
absolutely,
you actually can't be offside from a throw.
Yeah. Well, Ademola Lookman this time bringing down Mugisha on here. Well, there is quite a number of Mugishas here. There's Mugisha Gilbert, there's Mugisha here, there's Mugisha Gilbert as well on the bench. Now they come Rwanda with lots of space to come forward, and somehow they make a mess of it. And he'll be looked at. Innocent Nshuti receiving the ball in a really exciting position. There was potentially a chance to move the ball forward inside the 18-yard box, but he opted for the spectacular.
Very, very laughable, if you ask me, what he did there, Nshuti. Leading the line for your team, you want to be making the smartest decisions. He didn't do that time.
Now Stanley Nwabali still a clean sheet. We'll see if he takes it all the way. 44 minutes. We're into the final minutes of half-time right here at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. Well, I have got a little bit of a worry now. I think just holding onto his face, perhaps a finger getting into his eye, making him quite uncomfortable. So play set to ensue. 4 minutes of additional time here. Wow, what a game.
Yes,
in terms of the quality, would you say it's been up there?
Well, it's tapered out a little, I'll be honest with you. Not quite what you would have expected, given, but it has been on the whole. 45 minutes in, we can fairly say it has been a very, very good game. Both sides have given as good as they have gotten on both occasions.
Rwanda have got a free kick. Whoever will call that back. And it's about 40 more yards away in a central position. Now it's whipped in towards the left-hand channel. And well defended out for a Rwandan corner. I'm sure they'll like that.
It will.
Give them some sort of breather.
Yes, it will give them a chance to calm a little down. And maybe get some threat of their own on. Because you can tell they're a little rattled. And there is a looming fear of a Nigerian goal somewhere just killing off their momentum.
Well, the corner coming on the left-hand channel is taking short. Well, the eventual cross by Gilbert Mugisha picked up in the air by Stanley Nwabali. Now the long throw towards the far left-hand channel, midway through the pitch at the moment. Tom Dele Bashiru into the path of Victor Boniface inside the 18-yard box. The challenge comes in there. The referee points for a goal kick.
Victor Boniface going head-to-head with his wing back there. And like I told you before, he doesn't like to stay put in the center of things. He likes to drag the defense all over the place, and somehow it does work for him. Here he was going up against the center back, but in very, very unfamiliar territory. Somewhere around the inside left channel, there he was, fought, but of course that one went over. So it was a lot of ado over nothing in the end.
And, well, some really good defensive work by Omorenga. Well, Nigeria will get another booking this time, and it will be Ola Aina, who was stopping that attacking move by the man in jersey number 20, Neo Mugubab. Off the left-hand channel, Neo Mugabo just talking to his shit. There was no need for that.
Definitely no need for that.
So that'll be yet another yellow card. There was one earlier dished onto Samuel Chukwueze in the opening minutes of the game. Well, 4 minutes of additional time at the Amahoro. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Where will the goal come from? Hard to say. Nigeria have come close a couple of times. They've been a goal disallowed as well. Demon Lukman, two really good chances to put the Eagles in front. But somehow it just hasn't come off for them. Now Rwanda dip in midfield. Mugisha Boher looking to come forward. It's a poor defensive. What the strike comes in that time from Georgia Kwizera, blocked away by that Nigerian wall. And now Tom Dele Bashiru picks up the ball in midfield, looking to take the defense on the way. Some really good play down the left-hand channel, giving away. The free kick will be called back, but not in the favor of Nigeria, but the opposition. And there's a bit of worry now because Muhire is currently down, the Ryan Sports midfielder. One of the shining lights of this team. 5 goals last season for Ryan Sports. Can play just across the attacking third, but this time behind Unshuti.
Well, ultimately, it was Demola Lukman's little foul on the man. He was trying to control the ball. He stepped on Kwizera. And that says that is the size of the first half as it looks. Because,
there you go. Centre referee with the whistle for half-time at the 48,000 Amahoro International Stadium in Kigali. Still a stalemate. Rwanda refused to bow. Nigeria found a way not to take their chances. Was being evenly poised in some phases of the game, but significantly Nigeria with the better chances to at least be one up, but somehow they haven't found their goal scoring. But Ademola Lookman coming close. Well, his goal was earlier disallowed as well for a foul by Femi Ajayi. Well, not much in terms of big chances created by the Amavubis. Gilbert Mugisha and Kwizera not trying their luck, but so far so good. It's been a game of real competition, and the Amavubis holding on right here before their home fans. Half-time in Kigali. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil.
This Femi and the gang people, they make sports look like say you dey inside stadium. My name is Okay Bakasi. Keep listening to Femi and the gang for the best in sports on Nigerian Info.
This is the fun time of year.
Football frenzy! Football frenzy! Football frenzy!
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Thank you for staying with us. Still 99.3 Nigeria Info. Halftime from Kigali. Somehow Nigeria yet to score, while the Amavubis themselves have, I'm sure they'll be happy with the way things do stand. Still gives them a real chance of snatching this game. It's been quite exciting, end to end. At least it's been nothing like boredom. I'm Anthony, the voice. I'm joined by David, and together we're ensuring that you do not miss a thing. All right. Don't forget you can be a part of the action. Let us know where you're listening to us from as well as your thoughts about the game and the chances missed, as well as the goal disallowed by the center referee. 0809 597 5805. That's our WhatsApp line. You can also reach out to us via the phone lines. 0201 277 0993. And for the ladies, I've got a special line for you. 0201 465 7190. Well, will Nigeria need Victor Osimhen to once again come and restore some sort of controlling this game? I don't know. It's looking like that. All right, let's start talking to us pretty quickly before we get back to the second half. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, greetings.
Good afternoon. My name is Robert.
Yeah, you're welcome, Rob. Talk to us.
I wish Nigeria all the best. I know Nigeria will beat Rwanda. It's just a matter of time.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Pretty short. Hello.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
This is Michael.
Mike, you're welcome.
Yeah. Do they have do they blow offside when you throw what is it, throwing? There's no offside when you're throwing. That is allowed goal. Why not like
I think it was a foul. It was a foul. But the referee's indication.
The referee said offside.
Yes, it's very confusing. The referee said offside.
So there is no offside when you so what is it that every time we have an Egyptian referee?
He's Moroccan actually.
You people should be calling. You should mention highlighting that. That's nonsense. You don't do offside when it's throwing.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, I'm trying to make a case for the center referee that I'm trying to make a case for him that he probably meant foul because there's no way that's going to be offside. That's the Egyptian in charge of this game. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Tony. What's up?
You're welcome. Talk to us quickly.
So, I think it's end up 1-0.
1-0 Nigeria or 1-0 Rwanda?
Yeah, Lukman.
All right, Lukman to score the goal. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hey, Tony.
Hiya. You're welcome. Talk to us.
David, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I really want Nigeria to take the chances. We really need this win.
Mm-hmm.
Show them that we're very perfect. So yes, because teammates might change the game. Should come in. I trust what is his name now?
Who?
So many coaches. Our coach.
Yeah. Austin
I trust
Eguavon.
him. Yes. I trust.
You trust Pep Guardiola?
I trust him.
You trust him?
You trust Pep Guardiola? We'll see what happens.
Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Esther. Good to hear from you. Well, David, be on standby. Hello.
Good evening, guys.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, so
Mm-hmm.
the battle don't start. We are surely getting there,
Okay.
and we are surely taking the day. The Super Eagles are going to beat Rwanda by 2-0.
By 2-0. Who
Yes,
who and who
2-0.
will score?
It's 2-0. The
What?
first goal is coming by 58-60 minutes. 58 to 60 minutes of the game, we are getting the first goal. And the second goal is coming at 88 minutes at the dot.
88 minutes. Okay.
58 to 60 minutes, then 88 minutes of the game. That is when we are getting our goals. Mark it then. Then if we get a goal like that, God bless me.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Sabankole. I'm coming from Ojo.
Mr. Banks, talk to us.
So, the god of football is on the side of Osimhen now. By the time he comes in, he will be the one to score the goal.
All right. Okay. We'll see. We'll see about that. Thank you very much. Hello. Who's there? All right. Call us back if you can. Someone says, hello, Anthony and the voice. I'm enjoying a match commentary. Says, I wonder why there was no VAR check of the goal that was cancelled. Where do you want to see VAR? Says, African referees will never stop to marvel us with their incredible sense of judgment at times. Well done, guys. In Mecca from Ibeju. Thank you so much. Says, game on, the voice, and David. Says, the voice, that's your dark goggles. Okay, so you're watching. Yeah, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can go up there and be a part of it. All right. So says, good afternoon, the voice of Lagos, and David. I thought the game was built for 3 p.m. I'm surprised. I just missed the first half. Says, no worries. Nigerian folk got my back. That's why we're here, brother. We've got you covered. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Muhyiddin. Says, Super Eagles are playing well. Says, up Nigeria. Good afternoon to the sports team. Good first half performance from the Eagles. Says they must remain alert in the opening minutes of the second half. Seems Rwanda style of play involves initial gra in the opening minutes. Akolade, well, they can't have that aggression to their style of play as well. We'll see. One game, football without violence, says Eagles will carry the day. We'll see about that. Let's not forget, we've got some other games in the qualifiers. There's Eswatini currently down at home. Mali 1-0, Mozambique 1, Guinea-Bissau 1, and South Sudan 1, South Africa 2, halftime. And those centers, lots of game to come later today, lots of it. Zambia, Sierra Leone, Chad, Ivory Coast, Cape Verde, Mauritania, and it goes on and on and on. Let's take more reaction before we get back into the action. Hello?
Tony Tolero.
Yeah, greetings.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you're welcome. Talk to us, brother.
David, well done. You mentioned the Egyptian referee, right? And that David was saying he's a Moroccan.
Yeah, it's Egyptian.
So both Morocco, both Egypt, both Tunisia, both Algeria. You know, anytime we are playing with them, I don't know why they never want to see anything good coming out.
And usually Nigeria have them more, you know, as center referees.
So it's too bad of them. And like you said, let them investigate that after the match.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll see if they'll investigate it. Hello.
Yeah, Anthony the voice.
Oh, yeah, greetings. You're welcome.
You know, I don't really like to watch YouTube, but today I saw my brother. I saw you today.
Oh, nice.
Now I saw David.
Yeah. Troublesome David. You saw him.
You know. There's when you meet people who knows the onions, how to do this game thing, how to analyze and comment on football. You see, they just do it at ease. I saw the way you relax. I saw the way David relaxed. I'm telling you, I give it to you guys. You guys are the form.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah.
My brother Femi did a good job at bringing you guys on board, and I really appreciate and enjoy it for.
All right, we appreciate you too. Thank you too.
The game, the Rwandans are trying to prove that they're not easy walkway, okay?
Yeah.
And they're going to give everything they have, to ensure that the scoreline goes to 0-0. But I know that the Super Eagles second half, we're going to make sure that these guys are. It's going to point to them where the Rwandans are lacking. Where they're lacking in their own tactics.
Yeah.
And the line up, and also the Super Eagles are also going to fill in those places where they are also lacking, and make sure that they can able use those gaps,
Yeah. To fuel.
The Rwandans and make sure that they take the lead.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, David, quickly before we get back into the action, it's one of those games where you have to be street smart. The Eagles have to be smart. They aren't in the lead, not for the want of trying, but they have to take their chances. That conversation is still, when you go away from home, you can't afford to miss chances like this, because this Rwandan side looked to me like a side, they won that first goal and they'll build from there.
I think the Eagles have done well with the build so far.
Right.
I would not say they've done the best, because they've not created enough. The chances that they have gotten have been really, really high quality chances. And save for that one where the goalkeeper saved it, it's been the crossbar preventing them from getting one, and a couple of maybe missteps. I think they have it in them to get a goal. The Rwandans look like they are there for the taking. I'll be honest with you. The finishing just needs to be better. It needs to be better, and they need to create more, because it's looking like a volume thing. If you create more, you naturally would be the one scoring more. So they need to ramp up the creation end, and I think the finishing will come along. Usually, you shouldn't expect to finish 100% of the chances that you get. So I wouldn't begrudge them too much. If we create more, say 7-8 chances, is a high possibility that they will score at least 2 of those.
All right, well, let's see how that goes. We're back for the second half right here on 99.3 Nigerian. Don't forget, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You can be like that caller who went on there to experience something really different. All right, audio visuals are always a bang. So go there, be a part of the action. Keep your messages pouring in. We'll take all of them. Second half, right away.
This is the fun time of the year.
Football frenzy! Football frenzy! And now, the Football Frenzy with Femi and the sports team.
Welcome back to the edifice that is the Amahoro Stadium. Well, the Peace Stadium. It's the second half of this African Nations Cup qualifiers. Road to Morocco 2025 continues. Well, first half that really did see Nigeria with a flurry of chances and Rwanda just failing to grow into the game. This second period have so much in store, we hope. These two nations have been pretty dogged, especially at the African qualifying level. The Eagles yet to taste a victory on this ground in Kigali generally. 2 draws in their last 2 visits. Although they were able to do the magic in the return leg, but you reckon that the Eagles won 6 points and gradually glide towards a berth. Now the next African Cup of Nations set for December to January of 2025. Well, for manager Toste, well, Steeler, there's a lot of work to be done, perhaps some changes to be ringed in. There's a real need for a new breath of fresh air as they hope to seize the moment and perhaps storm a rampaging Super Eagles side who are finding their devastating form again. Welcome back, you're on to 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're Femi and the gang, and I'm Anthony, the voice, in the company of David Okwa as the camera pans, and centre referee Mahmoud Eid. A really controversial decision in the first half. Pretty debatable, you reckon, disallowing a headed goal by Ademola Lookman for what did look to be a merger foul and perhaps offside. We'll never know. Now the players back on the pitch of play this time, just to refresh your memory on how both sides just look like. It's Nigeria. Well, this time we'll be attacking from right to left in this first period. Stanley Ouamali, Ekang Basisemi, Ajayi Ola Ainan Bruno. And while there'll be Onyendidi, Fisayo Bashiru, Victor Boniface, Lookman and Chukwueze. Chukwueze have now been taking off, and Moses Daddy Simon gets a looking. Well, the big fish as well, the marksman, will start this second half for Nigeria. Austin Eguavon, main business. And right from the goal, Victor Osimhen makes an entry onto the pitch in the place of Victor Boniface. Now, well, the Super Eagles will be hoping that they can make things count this second time. It's nothing really changing for Rwanda. And Chouari in goal, Manzi, Mutsinzi, Ombarenga, Niamugabo. There is Mugusha Bonhir, and Bizimana, Muhire, Mugisha, Gilbert, Innocent Inshuti. 1 goal in his last 2 games, 4 goals in 18. The man with the responsibility to deliver the goals for Rwanda. It's fell short so far. You never know. And Georgia Kwizera. David, what a second half we've got on the horizon.
Here, the big guns are here, and Victor Osimhen starting. It looks like he's going to be playing 45 minutes of full half of football. It's been a while since he did that in the Nigerian shirt. He wasn't around in the last international break, and of course he didn't start from the beginning in the last game, but his presence did change the game in the last game at Uyo. The Nigerians will be hoping that this time again it will happen just like it did then. And we see the image of Paul Kagame.
Absolutely.
He's isolated a little bit, but yeah, he is here.
Mr. President, very much right here, the 66 years old. We'll be hoping that his side can put a smile on the faces of Rwandans. Now Rwanda attacking the second period from left to right in their yellow top, blue shorts, blue socks. Nigeria from right to left in their green top, green short, green socks. Now they've got possession in the central position. It's Mugisha Bonhir, goes all the way back to Neil Mugabo. Midway through the pitch is received in midfield by Osimhen, man who plays backing Ukraine for Vitalry. Well, now Nigeria recoup it in their own half, looking to gingerly walk it away from their own half. Onyinye Ndidi, 60th cap this afternoon. He's looked really decent when being called upon. Fair play to him. And Bruno Oyemachi of the left-hand channel with a ball midway through the pitch is being intercepted. It's picked up now by the Amavubis of this right-hand channel. Georgia Quizera wins it and finds Muhire dipping midfield, who switches play towards the far left-hand channel to find Neo Mugabo. There's Gilbert Mugisha. He's already scored on this turf this year. Now the crossing to the box cleared away. Nigeria look to gradually walk their way through now. Victor Osimhen, his first touch of the ball dispossessed. It's picked up by Rwanda, and this time Muhire wants the glory. It's a strike from over 40 yards. Wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. Really high and wide.
Speaks to ridicule, if you ask me. He was going for glory, but one would tell you that was not glorious at all. In fact, it was ridiculous.
And we've seen a number of strikes like that.
Yeah, this is his first, but Nshuti was the one who had that one in the first half, and it wasn't good at all. This time around, he wanted to go for glory, and once again found only ridicule to his name.
Well, Coach Hosting Egwavo, big responsibility alongside the duo of Fidelis Ilechukwu and Coach Daniel Okumodere. Well, two young managers who one for the future, a part of very exciting technical lineup here. Now Mugisha Gilbert have got it off that far left-hand channel, just under the sunlight, and this time it's a promising ball from deep, picked up by Stanley Nwabali, very assertive in goal as always, and decides to go long. The target was Osimhen, but the eventual output was into the safe hands of Nchwari, who has been really good as well so far. 15 minutes of action. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil.
Well, the Nigerians will be looking to bomb it a little bit more forward. I would advise against that. I think they will be better served by, trying to build play like they have been doing up until this point, to get the ball high off the pitch, because there is still Ademola Lookman up there, and he will do well with that sort of service. The whole idea towards Route 1 doesn't sit right with me.
Well, backing the qualifiers for the African Cup of Nations in 2005. That qualifying series was also used for the World Cup, which of course Nigeria missed, and there were the likes of Rwanda in that group, but they played a 1-1 draw in Kigali, and you reckon that the eventual heartbreaker was the 1-1 draw in Kano?
In Kano, yes. Aqua, he was Fabrice Aqua, who was the one who delivered the blow. It was the talk at the time when they didn't think that draw was going.
That was the reports that we got.
They didn't think that draw was going
now
to be.
Now Tom Dele-Bashir cuts in field looking for a drilling effort just wide of the goalkeeper's right, and I think is having a conversation with Ademola Lookman, who is saying, I was available for the pass, you could have found me.
Yeah, Lookman wanted the ball to feet. You get a sense that he had something special planned for it. But Tom Fisayo Dele-Bashir rather, decided to do differently. He does well carrying the ball. I'll tell you what about this man. Joined Lazio from Hatayspor only this transfer window. He carries the ball very, very well in midfield.
Yeah, he does. Nigeria now bowling to the box. Moses Simon with his first real impact on the game off that right-hand channel. Well defended by the combination of Fury, Imansi and Mutsinji. It's forced all the way back. Now Nigeria have got it halfway through the pitch on the right-hand channel of midfield. Infield this time. to Fisayo Dele Bashir on the turn in the centre circle, finds Captain Troost-Ekong. He was up for his 73rd appearance today. He's a man who's been really busy in the last few months, launching his foundation in Nigeria, one that gathered quite the big names from all and sundry. A captain who is committed to giving back. One who did say he's very proud. Well, that's a fine ball this time, and the strike comes in. It's a big save again from Munchwari. What does Nigeria need to beat the goalkeeper today?
Well, I'll tell you what thing about Moses Simon. It's not his finishing that stands him out, and you could see that was, on display. He didn't finish well. That was not a good finish at all. One would have thought he would have looked to dink that ball over the goalkeeper. But once again, we see Route 1 panning out just fine for Nigeria. I did say it's not the most efficient way to create chances, but that time around, it worked. A long ball coming in from Troost-Ekong, finding Moses Simon, and all he could do was find the goalkeeper's feet for that corner kick.
Corner whipped in from the far right and channel. It's a poor corner by Lookman. It's
wasn't
low.
a good one at all.
Yeah, and it's picked up by Rwanda, who get on their bikes, but then again, it's the final ball. Just overhit that time from Muhiri, who was looking to set Georgia Kwizera free. 3 goals and 4 assists for Rhode Island. That is club in the USL. They're currently 6th in the Eastern Conference. Himself and Innocent Nshuti plays in the USL. That plays for One Knoxville as well. That's the ceiling for the Rwandan squad.
Now, for those of you who don't know, the USL is more or less a second division to the MLS. I mean, they don't operate in that way, but it's the poorer league to the MLS.
Absolutely.
Second division, of course, they don't have relegation or promotion over there, but you are looking at second tier US football.
And there you go. 55 minutes, Costing Eguavon with his routine white shirts and black pants and a pair of sneakers.
Yeah, going modern. He's pushing 60 now.
Well, that's absolutely true. He turned 59 in August. Austin Eguavon, very assertive man, patriotic too in his 4th stint as manager of the Super Eagles. From his days with ACB Lagos, he's moved to Belgium, playing with the CD Urense as well. His trip to Malta, but significantly starting his career back here in Nigeria. Many will remember his stint with the likes of Sunshine Stars and Bendel Insurance and Gombe United as well, never really sticking. Now being given the responsibility of being the technical head for the Nigerian Football Federation in 2020 now. 57 minutes played. Throw by Nigeria, taken quickly into the path of Moses Simon, picked up by Rwanda. That's going to Mutsinzi. The man who plays for Zero FC plays it upfield. Good defensive work by Bruno Oyemachi on the right-hand channel of Nigeria's half. Pressing upfield. It's given away almost immediately. It's picked up by Muhire. Now towards the left-hand channel for the Amavubis. Mugisha Gilbert off the left-hand side. Now looking to chop and change, but good defensive work by Moses Simon, tracking back to wing that position back. And now Nigeria on their way across the center circle, and that's a fine ball from deep, looking to pick up Victor Osimhen. Well caught out by that Rwandan wall. Well, they've held their own fairly, you'd say.
They have held their own. They definitely have held their own. Nigeria looking to build play deep, from deep. Olaino was beaten once, but he said he was not going to be beaten again. Won the ball. A quick interchange of passes with Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and Dele Bashiru was one who was looking to find that pass deep into the Rwandan end of things, but good one from them that they held their line, and the line dealt with that effort just fine.
Passing, and that will be Victor Osimhen down. It was a really Interesting pass from Wilfred in his own half. Was looking to set Osimhen free. He got on his bikes. He was togged in there by the man in jersey number 22.
A little stamp, it seems.
A nibble that time.
Yeah, got him there.
And it's Mutsinzi, the centre-back who plays for Zira FC. Just bringing him down as being involved in 4 African qualifier series.
And he scores a lot in them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scores a lot in these qualifiers.
Maybe not so much, but as a centre-back, he's got an AFCON qualifying goal, and that was back in 2017 against Madagascar, 5-1 demolition. But somehow Rwanda have failed when it matters most in this qualifying series over the years.
I mean, being honest, for most footballers, they will spend
some really good play this time. Calvin Bassett with a cross off the left-hand channel, and it's read brilliantly by Thierry Monzi, cleared away for a Nigeria throw on the left-hand channel of the attack.
We're seeing a little tactical development here somewhat, where of the back 3,
one of the
back, the back 3, obviously Ekong is the sweeper defender, but one of his partners is allowed to forward and shore up the numbers in midfield and in the attack line, to give the Rwandans something that they do not expect. I like the idea of it. I actually do like the idea of it. Hasn't worked so far, but it did work in that first game. Shemi Ajayi getting into very, very good positions and, clearing the path for Osimhen's goal.
Corner kick. Ademola Lookman winning one down the left-hand channel. Nigeria attacking from right to left as we approach the 60th minute mark. Rwanda near, Nigeria near. Corner whipped in by Lookman into the box. It's a really teasing corner. It's headed away. It's picked up now by the Amavubis who look to come forward. And the pass from Mugisha Bonher just overcooked and recouped by Nigeria in their own half.
That was not the pass that was going to set them up for greatness. That wasn't it. Olaino has positioned himself as the deepest player when the team goes forward. That's down to the fact that he has the speed in his legs to combat any counter attacks, and you're not going to be beating him with a pass like that. It's definitely not going to happen.
We'll see what happens. Well, don't forget, we'll love to read from you as well. Tell us what you make of the action. 0809-597-5805. Well, this time Nigeria looking to come forward, just overcook that pass from deep to find Osimhen, and that'll be a goalkeeper's ball. It's Fiacre Nchwari with the opportunity to come again for Rwanda. In the last few minutes, they have offered little or nothing.
Becoming more and more reclusive in their approach in the game. Nigeria allowed them play earlier on in the game. I thought that was how the game was going to progress because I saw some quality on the ball. But it seems that they have now become all too aware of their own vulnerabilities and just how they can be exposed. So they're looking to commit numbers very, very deep, form a low block, and then progress on the counter attack. But I do not see much happening for them on the counter attack. If they are not going to commit numbers going forward, I find it hard to see where the goal is going to come from for them.
Well, our manager Torsten Spittler makes the very first substitution of the game for the Amavubis. It's an attacking one. It's going to be Gillette coming in for Mugisha Girbet. And it's something of a like-for-like substitution, if you reckon. And so he'll be attacking from the left-hand channel for the Rwandans as they look to just add something more in the final third, where they've been really quiet in the last few minutes, especially going into this second half. Now Nigeria about 40 yards away. Ola Aina with a dinking ball into the box. It was very teasing too. Was looking to find Osimhen, and that was watched defensively and all the way into the path of goalkeeper Fiacre Nchwari.
Nigerians will get stronger and admittedly more desperate as this game goes on, looking to make sure that they work this goalkeeper more. I did say when we were coming into the second half that they need to create more. I would not say they've done that. I would not say they've done that to create. They've probably created more quality chances in the first half than they have here, and that is a stat that needs to improve.
Absolutely. Nigeria win possession, dipping their own half. Now they come away with it. Wilfred Onyetunde into the path of Ademola Lookman has been nibbled off the ball. Referee says play on, and the pass is one time from Mugisha Bonhir. Well watched by the trio of Trustekong, who does the eventual clearance. Well, good to see Samuel Gillette. Comes in the Ral La Louvre midfielder in Belgium. 24 years of age, a young star in this team, up for his 5th cap this afternoon in his 3rd AFCON qualifiers. Well, 64 minutes played now, as the sun gradually just fades away from the Amahoro.
Just telling you what time of the day it is. We are progressing into the night, and hopefully it's not going with Nigeria's chances of coming away with a result in this one.
Well, famously called the land of 1,000 hills, Rwanda, landlocked in the Great Rift Valley of East Africa, where the African Great Lakes region and the Southeast Africa converge. Also very close to the likes of Uganda, Tanzania and Burundi. One of the youngest nations on the African space. Now Bruno Oyemaichi, 65 minutes played. Nigeria still yet to score, concede in Kigali. Where will the inspiration come from? Who will step to the plate? Who will step forward to be counted? I would say Stanley Nwabali now have got it. Just in his own half, outside of his 18-yard area. Goes long. And that was worked by centre-back Thierry Imansi. Picked up in a central position by Lookman. Very mazy the way he glides away from his marker. Finds Ndidi. Well, still Onyetunde now. But the jersey number 4, commander-in-chief of that midfield. Out wide to Ola Aina of the right-hand channel. Chops his man. Finds the dinking cross. Osimhen looks to get on the end of it. Moses Simon cannot find the pieces, and it's picked up by Rwanda, who look to come forward. Promising move from the Super Eagles, but just couldn't make the most out of it. Real intuition from Ola Aina for that cross.
Yeah, very, very strong intuition. Cutting from his right on to his left, and chugging the cross in just where he was seeing danger. There were 2 bodies there. There was Moses Simon, who had found himself very much in front of goal, and of course Victor Osimhen also in that space. One wonders what it would have looked like if he didn't have a body in front of him, Osimhen, because he won that header.
64 minutes played. Nigeria still with possession. It's been all Nigeria. Rwanda have just dovetailed into their own half, and they're looking to play on the break clearly. And that's a promising ball off that far right hand channel by Ola Aina. It's high. It's picked up by Fiacre Nchwari, who takes it one time as well. And that's a good service.
It is.
But somehow,
admittedly.
Georgia Kwizera couldn't bring that on the caution.
Quality delivery, not so quality reception rather from Georgia Kwizera there.
At least every player on the pitch in this game have either played for one of the sides playing in the Rwandan Premier League. At least one team.
Tells you the amount of chemistry that they have. They've really been organized in defense, I'll tell you that much. So far as they didn't do much defending in the first half, not as much of course as the Nigerians did, they are now doing a good job of holding their own. A very, very steely-eyed defense they are showing.
APR currently leading in terms of titles, 22 titles, local titles they've got. They've currently done the 5-peat as we speak. The champions last season as well.
Pretty common on the African
this
continent.
time, the Amaphobes! Ooh,
terrible finish.
That was threatening. The pass, I mean, not the eventual finish from Kwizera, which was poor, like David did opine, but it was good initiative to switch the play towards the far side.
It was. Very much was. Kwizera was the one who let it go. I believe that was for Mugisha, Bonio Mugisha. I am surprised that this was the quality of finish that he could muster.
I mean, fair enough. His 68 minutes played. I'm sure they've got over 20 more minutes to find an answer under the watching eyes of their president, Paul Kagame. 69 minutes. Now Nigeria with some Clarence dipping their own hair by Calvin Bassey. Now Victor Osimhen seem isolated up front.
I think he will like it that way. He likes to walk as a lone ranger up front. Oh, Nwabali was gotten there.
Yeah, it was a ball over the top into the 18-yard area. Stanley Nwabali off his line. And Innocent Nshuti just clattering into him. He was looking to get a touch on it. So, goalkeeper currently on the turf. Looking, striping what looks like, is that red? Red top and shorts.
Orangish red.
Orangish red, yeah, thereabouts. And so Tom Dele Bashiru.
Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Tony.
Toffers seem to have found a way to give that away.
We always do that, right? Tom or Fisayo.
Yeah.
Tom is his brother.
Yeah, younger brother. And so Frank Onyeka comes on board. It's two substitutions. Onyedika Wadike comes in as well in midfield. And it's giving signs of locking it.
It's looking like a tactical switch to 3-5-2 because two midfielders have now come on.
And so Wilfred Onyendi and Fisayo Dele Bashir.
No, rather, it's actually it's still like for like. But of course,
more
the two
defensive.
Yes. The players who have now come on are out and out, defending midfielders. Rafael Onyedika draws the business. He's a holding midfielder for Club Brugge. And of course, his counterpart is also more or less a destroyer, something of a box-to-box midfielder, but more of a running man, a road runner. In midfield, you expect a much more workman-like performance from that midfield, more athletic, because through the first half up until this point, it was really just.
What an incredible save by Fiacre Nchwari! How on earth did he claw that away? Ademola Lookman, boy, the save, matching the effort. Corner kick, Nigeria.
By far and away, Nigeria's best chance in this game till this point. It's just interesting for me just how Ademola Lookman can find himself in some of the best positions inside the box. He always knows how to sniff out where to be and when to be for the chance. And look at him there, using his effort to stress the goalkeeper. He landed very awkwardly, the Rwandan goalkeeper.
And that was really done skillfully. He was coming off a long throw from Ola Aina down the right-hand channel of the Nigerian attack.
A lot of athleticism involved in contorting his body the way he did.
On the volley, David.
Yes, on the volley, a full volley, it has to be said. It wasn't an overhead kick. He raised his leg as far as his muscles and his tendons would allow him and got a foot to that ball. It was going in had it not been for the strong hands.
What a save!
It was quite the save.
And the goalkeeper Nchwari just having a problem with that left arm, which was significant in saving that.
He landed on it.
Yeah, landed on it awkwardly. And so play stopped momentarily, but I'm sure the action will restart now. Corner off the right-hand channel. Lookman, what a dinking ball. It's an outswinger. And the referee will sport some pushing and tugging inside the 18-yard box. I think it was Femi who was a culprit that time. And Austin Eguavon Owen. Not many know his middle name is Owen. It's not famously called that.
Is it Owen or Wenomo?
No, Owen.
Because the Benin people have that thing about them. You say it's Owen, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out it's not actually English.
Now Nigeria
Owen.
come forward. There's a cut back into the box. Osimhen with the strike. Franca Antwari with the save yet again. 74 minutes played. Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil.
Still, the only problem this time around was that this effort was not quite as heavy as the one that preceded it. Osimhen finally getting a crack at it. And we see Moses has now switched over to the left-hand side.
And Ademola Lookman to the far right.
To the far right, to partner with Ola Aina.
It's been a really topsy-turvy last few days, perhaps weeks for Victor Osimhen, but 22 goals for the national team. You know that he can get those goals if giving those chances. And his first through shot on target since coming on, that was tame. On a different day, that's the back of the net.
Yes. Had the goalkeeper hesitated a little bit, taken just a second to steady himself, that would have been good night Kigali. Not Vienna this time around.
Yeah, very well.
Because it's a cagey game.
Yeah.
And you suspect that any goal that comes now would likely be the last one we see.
You think?
I think so.
It could be one of those games that just ends in a solitary goal. By the way, Rwanda have got a free kick. It will be taken by Georgia Kwizera, the Rhode Island winger. It's coming up the right-hand channel of their attack. It's long, just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Is forced out wide. I think the referee sports something. It will be a free kick to Nigeria. Some pushing and tugging in that.
Free kick for free kick.
Free kick. But what a game. It's one of those games that
0-0, but definitely not boring.
Definitely not. 15 minutes left to play. Now Mugisha, Bonhir have got it in midfield. The Amavubis. The foul coming there. It's going to be Frank Ogochukwu Onyeka going into that challenge. It's a free kick just in the half of the Eagles. A few minutes away from the centre circle. And it's, remaining jersey number 19 brought down that time. The substitute Samuel Gillette. So much to look forward to in the coming days for these two sides. We'll see how it goes in terms of the running of games for both nations. For Rwanda, it'll be interesting to see what happens after picking 1 point away from home. They will be looking forward to Benin in their next game on the 11th, much later in November. Actually, November now. And they'll have a double header with Gennett Roars, Benin. 77 minutes play. Austin Eguavon, there's no smile on his face. He wants more. Throw taking for Rwanda. Now they're attacking from left to right on my screen. Out wide towards the far left-hand channel. And that's a decoy run from Ombrega. Ball into the 18-yard box. Well, Nigeria does well to head it away. Calvin Bassey on defensive duty. Picked up by Ademola Lookman. Needs to find support. His pass is repelled. It's picked up yet again by Ola Aina on the right-hand channel of Nigeria's half. Nigeria now, Raf Onyedika receives it deep in his own half, looking to bring it away. The challenge comes in there from Muhire. It's going to be a free kick for Nigeria. Well, the pace of the game seems to have dropped now, David.
Yeah, sort of maybe a cool down in preparation for a very, very stormy last 10 minutes. Maybe that's what we're seeing, or it could just be everybody's tired and wants to go home.
With 12 more minutes left to play, there could be much more here for whoever goes the extra mile. Now Nigeria, they come forward. The foul comes in there. Onyeka was stopped in his stride. The referee not concerned. It's one back by Nigeria. Now into Lookman. Lookman in the central position, out wide to Moses Daddy Simon off the left-hand channel. Moses Simon into the 18-yard box, across looking to find Lookman, who was late on that occasion, cleared away. Well, the ball whipped him back into the 18-yard area. Victor Osimhen gets a looping header to it. It's picked up very comfortably by Fiacre Ntwari.
I'd say Osimhen would have done well to just head it across the face of goal. He was looking to make goal, even though he was on his way down. His form was not right, looking for that goal there. But chance goes begging. He would have the chance to try again.
From the heartbreak, from the pain, the loss of the 1994 genocide, Rwanda changing their story in every facet of the country, regrouping and rebuilding steadily. And another birth of the Nations Cup will pose a significant lift, especially in the sporting sector for the country.
March this year would make it 30 years since that very, very dark period in African history, not just now Rwandan history. But it will be hard for you to find a story in which almost 1 million people were killed in a short period of 3 months.
Dreadful by every stretch of imagination.
Story of what could happen when we are not careful.
Yeah, but they have grown, they have built their GDP in recent times. It's really doing well. They have one of the highest literacy levels on the African space. A very educated country as well. Most famous for its tourist attraction, of course.
The gorillas.
Now they come forward. It's Kwizera coming of the left-hand channel. Looking for Innocent and Shuti, who have just been absolutely
dreadful. He's not been good. I'll be honest with you. He has not.
The team hasn't played to his strength. What do you expect?
I don't think he's given this back line anything to worry about. And Shuti has pretty much been a spectator. Whenever he's gotten the ball, he's made the worst decisions. And for some odd reason, he finds himself very, very far from goal where he should be. You are the striker. You are not Muhire. You shouldn't be close to the center circle. But every time you see him getting the ball, maybe the team is hanging back a little, but you should be doing more to harass the defenders.
81 minutes played, Rwanda nil, Nigeria nil. Into the final 9 minutes. Right here at the Amahoro Stadium, multi-purpose complex. It's a mammoth building. It's also hosting the Basketball Africa League.
Yeah, in the same neighborhood, yes. The Kigali Basketball Arena. They are also doing, a lot to, use sports.
Absolutely.
To up the ante when it comes to human development in that country.
Well, they also had one of the best female referees at the last Nations Cup,
yes,
Salima Mokansanga. Well, that's a very, very famous name in the game on the African space as we speak. So they're building gradually.
And she is competent too.
One of the most improved countries in the world since the 2000s. Now a throw for Bruno Oyemaichi of the left-hand channel into the area. Well, it's being watched by Thierry Mansi. Now they've got a chance to come forward as a sweeping challenge by Onyeka. Well, he got the ball and then went through the man. And I'm sure the Egyptian referee will call that back. Should be a free kick for Rwanda, I would reckon. Yeah, got the ball and then?
I think he got the ball.
Yeah.
It was a follow through that. The follow through found, I think it was Muhire who grazed him with his boots there. Frank Onyeka. Yes, we can see that again.
Yeah, well, Victor Osimhen coming really deep in midfield to contribute to the build-up. Finds Onyeka in a central position out wide to Ola Aina. Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info, the voice in the company of David. Can we see what moment to Savo? A moment for the ages, perhaps, from either side. I'll be really excited to see one. Ola Aina now coming forward, driving into the 18-yard box, ball over the top. It's cleared away by Neo Mugabe. And it will be a throw on the right-hand channel of the Nigerian attack. Nigeria attacking from right to left, and Rwanda from left to right. Throw taken by Ola Aina to Calvin Bassey. A few minutes away from the centre circle, now dipping to the half of the Amavubis. Into the path of Moses Simon, just a miscommunication involving himself and Bruno Oyemaichi that time. And that pass overhit for a goal kick to Rwanda.
A lot of positional switches left and right. Seems like that is the big idea from Augustin Eguavon. Seems like that is what the doctor ordered as far as he's concerned.
Hasn't worked so far, has it?
Well, we haven't gone to the goal, so it's pretty much up in the air when it comes to judgment or verdict.
If anybody gets a conversation for man of the match, it will be Ntwari.
Yes.
The goalkeeper.
Yes.
Undoubtedly. It's been spectacular. And there you go, the man, Alex. It's been surprising that when the team needs a goal, there's nothing called up. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very. Well, now they come forward. The Amavubis in midfield. Bismana all the way to Thierry Monzi, out wide to Jean-Claude Niyomugabe on the left-hand channel of defense, goes long into the area. It's a brilliant cut down now by Georgia Quizera. Now they've got position in the central position. The strike comes in. It's blocked away. Still the Amavubis. Now on the left-hand channel. Sweet ball into the box of the right-hand side is headed away. Recouped by the Amavubis. It's wave and wave of attack. Can they find the punching moment? Ball over the top into the 18-yard box and recouped by Stanley Nwabali, aided by Bruno Oyemaichi. The throw is taken really quickly into Lookman in his own half. Nigeria needs to turn up the hit, the pace of the game, most importantly. Well, the attack has been really slow.
It has been, just because bodies have not moved forward well enough.
Now Ola Aina looking for the strike. It's blocked by Manzi, kept alive by Lookman into Moses Simon on the left-hand channel. The cross towards the far post, headed away once again by Mutsinzi. Desperate defending by the Amavubis. And Frank Onyeka winning possession on the right-hand channel. Finds the cross into the path of Osimhen, the strike! Lookman cannot find it past Ntwari.
His major nemesis today, Ntwari. Demola Lookman would definitely not be forgetting that name in a hurry. And if you notice, the tactical setup right now is slightly different. Now, Ola Aina has now been instructed to hang high and wide. He's the one giving us width on the right-hand side. As far as the middle is concerned, Moses Simon has been asked to pull towards the left, while Ademola Lookman works as a second striker attacking midfielder in this setup.
With a rocket parried away by Nwabali for a throw. There you go, Mugisha put here. Throw taken very quickly.
Now he's showing his teeth.
Rwanda with a couple more pushes in this game. It's up for the taking. Doesn't matter if they're being on the second foot for the most part. It just needs a moment of brilliance, and that was a good strike that time.
It was a good strike. I'll tell you what, I did say a couple of minutes back that maybe this is the calm before the storm. It looks like it's the calm before the storm because both sides have been given as good as they get. It's taken, the pace of the game has gone up a notch in the last 5 minutes. And I sense this is how we are going to be closing out. Very knife edge. It's not very comfortable if you are watching from home and you have vested interest here. But that is the way the game is right now.
They've conceded 2 goals in their last 7 games, Rwanda. This defensive solidity didn't just happen overnight.
It's not a fluke. At 7 games and 2 goals only conceded, you definitely know it's not a fluke.
Now 88 minutes, Nigeria still looking for that goal. It's a ball by. Well, that should be it! Well defended again! Brilliant cross off the far right and channel into the 18-yard box. Moses Simon with the caught back. Victor Osimhen cannot get it away past the goalkeeper. And I think it was Mutsunzi who threw himself at that ball for the block.
Now a free kick has now been given.
And we'll see one more substitution by German manager Torsten Spittler and Schutti. Have had a quiet day up forward. You maybe will make an argument for him. He's not been giving us many services, but Gitego now will be the man who comes on board to replace him. So the Amavubis are looking for one more push, but yeah, just looking at that strike
effort
distance,
again. Yes,
yeah.
I've seen that effort again. It was swerving. It was low, hard, and it bounced off the turf.
And Nwabali needed to be very switched on for that.
Yeah, it bounced off the turf, so it made it very, very awkward coming in. That explained just why he approached that save the way he did. Wow. He crouched with both hands in front of him, close together, so that he would receive it and, of course, swallow it as such.
And I think, he's receiving some sort of treatment, you reckon, from...
Maybe it has to do with that Nshuti. No, not the save. I think the coming together with Nshuti earlier
in the game.
In the half, yes.
And so we'll see 5 minutes of additional time. 5 minutes at the Amahoro. And we're seeing what looks like a bird-eye view of this stadium.
You can't see the Nigerians, that's for sure, because they blend very well in with the environment.
Especially with the color as well.
Yeah. The green.
Yeah. And so
another substitution.
Yeah, Arthur Gitego, the man who plays for Leopards. Comes on board in this. He was an unused substituting the 1-0 draw against Libya. And he comes here, will contribute his quota. And a minute of that 5 have been played. Nigeria have got a free kick in midfield. It's taken quickly by Raphael Onyedika. Goes all the way back. This time played out of the back by Calvin Bassey. A throw for Nigeria on the right-hand channel of midfield, just midway through the pitch, just taking now into the path of Calvin Bassey. The Fulham defender has been played all the games for Marcus Silva since the start of the season. He's part of the team that lost at Old Trafford, of course. Some have questioned his alertness many times, but for the Eagles, you would give him his flowers.
Yes.
Well, this is staring at us like a stalemate. And Taiwo Awoni will get a look in the final few seconds here at Damola Lookman, 8th Nigerian to ever be nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Will take a bow. His brace in Uyo still ringing in the minds and hearts of Nigerians across. He's 2 goals away from 10. He'll wait for that. And so Nigeria win a free kick just on the left-hand channel of their own half. Now they bring it away through Akon. It's long ball in midfield. It's watched by the Eagles. It's cleared away, right into the heart of that Rwandan defense. Well blocked away. Throw for the Eagles on the right-hand channel of their attack. I think the referee will adjudge that throw to be in favor of the Amavubis. The throw is taken, is given away, picked up by Nigeria. Now into Victor Osimhen. Really miscommunication involving himself and Onyeka in the half of the Amavubis. Ball given away, picked up now by Onyeka yet again. A bit very untardy that time. One back by Nigeria. The recovery time is good, but possession on the ball maybe not as good enough. Calvin Bassey now out wide to Moses Simon. Rwanda retrieving. Well, the pass from Moses Simon is well blocked away. Out for yet another throw. Nigeria on the brink of yet another point. Depends how you look at the situation. On which side of the divide? It's a point away from home. 2 points drop maybe.
Or 1 point earned.
Yeah. Well, throw taking into the path of Moses Simon off the right-hand channel. Now infield. Is received by Raphael Onyedika. Now in a central position. Semi Ajayi coming forward. It's a crossing to the box. Osimhen gets a header. Nchwari with a save. Again and again.
He says no. Nchwari says no. A third save in the last 20 minutes. And he keeps showing up for his team. Not for the want of trying. The Nigerians have done their best to create good opportunities, especially by way of crosses. Femi Ajayi was the one who, it was an early cross, a deep cross, a cross from deep. Some 40 yards away from goal.
Well, there
an angle.
Yeah, the Rwandan fans very excited. It's been a good day for them. They haven't conceded. That's the most important thing.
They stay second in the group with 4 points.
Absolutely. 4 points, you mean 2 points? A draw in Libya. And so it will be 2 points after this. Long one now by Francis Nwabali, headed away once again by Mutsunzi.
Forgive me there. I was talking about the World Cup group where they have 4 points.
Francis Nwabali now on the turf. There's something wrong with that right foot of his, the Cheaper United captain.
He's moved up in the world now. Captain these days.
Yeah, it was really surprising when he didn't move away from Cheaper after the Nations Cup. I would have reckoned he probably should have or could have. Not sure he received concrete offers as such.
I mean, it's not touch and go, these things, when it comes to, football. You could want to move, but it happening is another thing entirely. You could just see the Rwandan goalkeeper really feeling himself.
So play have been stopped momentarily. Stanley Nwabali needs medical attention. Just at the edge of his own 18-yard box. He'll be getting that now. Yeah,
I think it's his knee.
Yeah, probably.
Clash.
I think it was when he had to save that strike for Mugisha on here.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think the way he scoffed it.
So it looks like his right quadricep tendon is where the trouble is.
How do you describe that to the layman?
The front part of your lap. That the part tending towards your knee.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that he seems to have problems with.
Started playing football as a striker on the streets of Pawtucket, Stanley Nwabali. Then the evolution into a goalkeeper, very interesting. His time at Go Round FC, based in Omoko in Rivers State, where his youth coach touched his life and then converted him to a striker.
So we can see what the problem was. I think in trying to clear that ball, his knee clashed and it's over.
Wow. So I'm not sure this will be good, but he'll have some time to go and get the healing he needs. Well, we're now into the final few seconds. The referee's whistle can come any moment from now. It does. the Egyptian referee Mahmoud Eid have seen just enough at the 48,000 Amahoro in Kigali. Rwanda's first big international game of repute on the African space on this ground will not end in a defeat. In the battle of this two, there will be respite for both. A chance to continue the fight in the journey to Morocco 2025. For the Eagles, they'll look perhaps the most wounded from this fixture, given they could have not one, not two, maybe three or more. But the brilliance of Fiaka Ntwari is a story that will be told for generations to come when this fixture is being looked at again. For the third time, the Super Eagles failed to beat Rwanda in Kigali. It's yet another point away from home in Rwanda for Nigeria. 20 shots, 9 on goal, none past the goalkeeper. And for German manager Torsten Spittler, perhaps a reflection of a strong defensive unit which he's taking his time to curate since coming into that managerial position. For now, the Eagles will make do with this point. 4 points from 2 games. Not a bad way to get their campaign started in the qualifying series. They stayed top of Group D with 3 points. And Rwanda closely in second. Libya and Benin yet to play. It's full time at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. It's Rwanda 0, Nigeria 0.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria.